Hello guys, let's start experimenting out with the regex and try to explore how regex works in JavaScript or in other languages. There can be a little bit of difference in other languages if you consider using it in the JavaScript or in PHP, but if you understood the concept, you can do it in any language. Okay, so yeah, I am using a online websites that actually provides us to test our regex online uh, on fly. Okay, so I've also opened another website that is kind of a cheat sheet. I might be showing you here in case of when I'm using something, and I can also take help of it if I stuck somewhere. Okay, so let's experiment it out. So this website is work something like if I have some name with and I want to search. So what does regex do is basically it searches for a string similar to your control F. Just if I can do control F, you can see I want to search here something and it searches for the week. So it's doing same thing. If try to write Vivek here, it will search which list is saying that Vivek is found here. Okay, so I don't know if I can use regex here also, but I'm not sure if I can use regex in the search bar. It looks like let's try. Now we cannot use it. Fine. So it searches for a string. So the first character is match, second character is match, third character is match. Similarly, so why we use regex? So regex is provides a pattern that can help to match different strings. If you try to search one string uh, every time changing the content of the search, then it will be difficult. But if you use some patterns, you can search it easily. So say that if you want to search Vivek, if I changed K, then will have to again type something K. So it would be difficult in order to search some string of same kind of patterns. We can use regex. Let's say if I have something, uh, so, so instead of writing Vivek, we can write here W, which also provides what it says is the slash W can be A to Z, or characters can be character set of A to Z, or capital A to Z, or 0 to 9, as well as underscore. So let's experiment it out and see if underscore also works. Yeah, capital also works, underscore also works. So you can type it here slash W slash W slash W slash W, and it matches. If I change something else, then it will also match. Writing it 5 times, I don't think it looks good. So in that case, we can use range and we can say that please match something, find something that has character between one or more characters. Okay, so if I type something, add some more character, it will match. So basically, plus its ability to find some words which has one or more characters. Fine. So let's see where is it. Yeah, so it is same as one or so you can also use if I use one, then it will say the size of word is one, or if I use two, there's two. But if I say one comma, it will search for one or more stuff. Fine. So you can also use this, but the shortcut, actually the short form of that syntax is plus. Fine. Okay, so yeah, the next thing is I type one, it matches. See, just I don't think any name would start from the number. So in that case, if I check this hint of slash w, it says that it matches every character between A to Z, small and capital, as well as numbers in 0 to 9. Means I cannot use this. What I can do to restrict to use only characters. In that case, yeah, you can say that either you can type, you can use character set, or say I want to use only A to Z, as well as if you can use capitals, want to use capital, then you can also provide. So, so if you remove this plus, it will check that this first character is actually available in this character set. You can see that it is available in between A to Z. So V actually lies in A to Z. If I also do it capital V, then it will also work, right? So basically, this works like this, and yeah. So let's give it a plus sign so that it can understand that I want to search for one or more characters here. Fine. Why not check why not check for, yeah. So yeah. So say if I have a capital letter here, then I don't think it's good. It looks weird. A name would not have a capital letter in between the words. So how we can find out a way to restrict these things to happen? So yeah, simply I just want to remove this. But if I remove this, then what will happen? Uh, there's something wrong. It's not searching things after V because it found that there's a capital letter here. So could only search before the capital V. So if I remove the capital from here, it will not search for the first character. We will not able to use the first capital letter. So in that case, we can simply say that the first character could be in small or in capital. Let's start different pattern for from the second uh, letter. Okay, so in that case, we can simply say that I want to use A to Z for this from the second character, and it could be one or more. So just remove it and write it small characters. It's working fine. Say I have some list with the of people that has some has written Mr. Some has written Mr. Dot. So how can I just make it? How can I just search all these names? So in that case, first we will look for the first prefix, actually the Mr. part, and it could be we can say that every name started with either Mr. or Mr. Dot. So we can hard code or we can just write directly the string here to match for the Mr. And the next character could be we can use group. So basically small brackets are used to uh, group a pattern. Okay, so in this case I want to use uh, either, or simply we don't need to actually group pattern here, so we can just simply use dot. But you, if you place a dot here and write another thing, it will also match. Why? Because dot means every character, either it could be a character in alphabet or in new numbers, as well as in the special character that will match. So since it is a special type, special syntax, so in order to escape this uh, dot, you will have to use the backslash here. Now it will only match for the dot here. But what if some names doesn't have the dot? For in that case, we can provide question mark here and say we can have only one. There can be zero or one dots only. So in this case, it will match for both. Fine. Now the same the rest for the rest of the thing. Either you can place a space here, or you can just type slash s for one space. Okay. Now for the rest of the part, as we did earlier, you can do here again A to Z. Or if you want to have just capital letter only for the first character, you can use uh, can have range. It looks simple. Let's take a different example. Say we have some numbers. Let's say phone numbers. Okay, so we have some phone numbers, and I want to make a pattern to search all the phone numbers like this. So you can actually use slash d to match a number value, numeric value. Okay, so it can match the numeric values. So what happens here is you can simply type slash d dash slash d slash d slash d again, sorry, dash hyphen and slash d slash d slash d slash d. Now it matches this kind of number, so it works. But do you think writing slash d this number of times is good idea? I think we can make it shorter. So we have already seen that we can repeat same pattern for more times in searching using range. You can use middle brackets to provide range. Okay, or the size of the pattern, the similar pattern we want to repeat. So for the same thing, we can also use similarly we can also use 3 here and 4 here. Works. Now say if there are some number which is separated by dot instead of hyphens. So how we can just search all those numbers also. So we can use group, uh, we can use this actually or operators pipe to search for the dot, either for the dot or for hyphen, and group these patterns together. It works. Similarly, you can also use colons if you think your number would have been separated by columns. Like you can also use that. So fine. Let's take another example of an email. Fine. Let's say my name. I have an email something like this. So let's start with the first name. So what you want to how your email should be. Actually, the pattern can be developed according to that. So first, you have to decide what type of email you can only allow users to enter. So in that case, you think like if we don't want anyone to enter the capital letters, so fine. So you can say that my first all the characters should be in the small letters. But you know that there can be the numbers in between the emails, so you want to just use fine that I want to do. But you just saw that, yeah, I don't think they can. Yeah, so there can be this, that emails can start with the numbers also. So we cannot just give the this part. So I can just you can just give that it could be in range between 0 to 9 or A to Z. It's fine. Or you can say that there can be dots, huge plus here to match all the characters. Okay, fine. So we cannot use if emails can be if hyphens can be used in emails, then you can say this hyphen can also be included here. Fine. Now you want to use at rate text. You don't want to have special characters. You want to have only letters and numbers. Then you will have to do same thing again. And allow if you don't want to allow the dots and hyphens here or just a hyphen, you can allow hyphen any number of times. Then if you want to have a dot, similarly you want to end with some two characters. If you don't want to allow users to enter one character after dot, then you can simply write slash you want to have something A to Z 0 to 9, and it can be either two or more characters. Fine. So you can see we have created a regex for the email. You can think more and create a difficult regex and strong, powerful regex according to your requirements. And you can also explore different steps like slash w is just opposite of w, doesn't match the word character. Similarly, the capital is used for the opposite negative scenarios, and we have already discussed all these things. So fine, and I think yeah, we're good to go here. Okay, thank you for watching.